Mick, two massive Euro qualifiers for Ireland this week, but potentially two massive players missing for Ireland. What's the latest on David McGoldrick and Shane Duffy?
I've not spoken to David via text or verbally over the last 3 days, but he was very much more optimistic. And I think if you saw Chris Wilder's press conference at all, they were more optimistic it was going to be okay, and they're trying their best actually to get him fit. Well, it's great to hear that. And Dave is desperate to be here. Shane, I spoke to him via text message this morning. He's out in the grass. He's doing running. He's going to do all the tests, and he's very, very hopeful he'll be here if still selected. So I've told him, yes, you're still selected. We'll keep you the seat with the extra leg room on the plane, and it leaves at 2 o'clock. Don't be late.
How late could you leave the call on those two lads?
I'd be looking at Thursday for them when the plane goes. If I can't, we're not flying them out independently not for any other reason that it would be daft. If they're not fit to be on that plane to go and play on Saturday, then they wouldn't be involved on Saturday. But we've got a game on Tuesday, and if they could be out flying with us on Thursday, bearing in mind, look, it's all a bit up in the air, but I'll give them as much chance as I get because they've both been brilliant in the games that we've played so far. And of course, they'd have to prove the fitness, but I don't think that'll be a problem.
On that, you touched on it there, in terms of players that have been very important this campaign for you. Obviously, everybody's played their part, but are they two of the most important players that you don't want to be without this week?
They are two important players, but if I'm without them, then they're not important at all, are they? It's the ones who come in and play. So, always putting the emphasis on the ones if they're not here. It's kind of disrespectful and demotes the ones who are going to play instead of them.
You could be without three of the back four that started against Switzerland. Obviously, Enda Stevens suspended. Richard Keogh also had injured for these two games. Who comes into your thoughts then this week to replace those players?
All the lads who are in. Bernard, Kevin Long's in, John Egan's in, Derek Williams is in, Matt Doherty, of course, and he's played left back, played right back. All those players, that's it. We'll get them in. We'll put a bit of back four work on tomorrow, work on different ones, but they've all played. It's not, it's a bit like they're coming in and they don't play in those positions. It's like, oh, it's a surprise these lads are coming. They've all played in those positions. It's just playing together. So we'll do a bit of work tomorrow, and we'll see how they all get on.
I don't know what kind of Saturday afternoons you had as a 19-year-old. I presume you're at Barnsley and probably enjoying yourself, but one man who had a great Saturday afternoon was obviously Aaron Connolly. 2 goals, first Premier League start, then he gets the big call up to the Ireland squad. I
don't think I had too many Saturday afternoons as good as that. That's not at 19. My debut was on a Tuesday night in the League Cup against Chesterfield. Although I did score though. I didn't get many after that. I hope he gets more than I did from his debut. It was a wonderful Saturday afternoon, and then to get the call to be in the senior men's national team is a little bit special. I think wherever it's been, I know he's been playing in the 21s, and there's been a lot of people pushing for him. But he hadn't played at any real top level. Well, he did on Saturday against a really good Spurs side, and he was excellent, so he deserves to be in the squad.
What did you ring him Saturday afternoon? Do you text him? How does he find out the good news?
I rang him.
How was he?
Delighted. I think sometimes you get that because it's a little bit, oh wow, and then he was thrilled. He was delighted to be in, and just said thanks. I said, well, you deserve it. You played well today, scored your goals. And then I was reminded to ring him back and said, don't tweet it, because we were trying to just keep it under wraps.
He's obviously been around the place the last day or so. I know you haven't seen a whole lot of him as regards personality, being around the team hotel and stuff. How's he been? Have you had a chance to have a chat?
Settled in, sat chatting with the senior lads. He's done no problem. He's certainly not been, he's no shrinking violet, I don't think. I think you can see that when he's on the pitch. And I just said to the journalists that he has a personality on the pitch. Somebody said, what do you mean by a personality? Well, he's got a bit of an aggression. He wants to take people on. He plays like he means it. He's not just out there. And that's why he's got in the Brighton team. Now that's why he's got in the Irish squad.
Aggression, personality, wants to take people on. That sounds like a Mick McCarthy kind of player, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. And he scored his goals, didn't he? But I want players like that. I don't want shrinking violets on the pitch. I want players who really want to commit. I want players who really want to play. and players who are aggressive. And being aggressive, I keep explaining that. That's not going out and kicking people. That's whether you're running aggressively, passing aggressively, tackling aggressively, heading it. Being aggressive with the opposition, being aggressive with your own teammates, demanding the best out of each other and demanding high standards. That for me is being aggressive. It's not about going around hitting people.
Ireland fans would obviously love to see him play some part in these two games. That's easy for fans to say. Do you envisage him playing a little bit in these two games? Obviously, I know he wouldn't be in the squad if he isn't available, but
Absolutely.
Is it too soon?
No, it's not too soon. And people keep reminding me, I said it wasn't. It's not games for debutants. You see, that's me saying it to all you guys asking me the questions, journos. It was about Troy Parrott and it's about Aaron Connolly before they've even played in their senior teams, their Spurs and Brighton. And as well as they're doing in the 21s, it's not senior men's football. And I watch the 23s, I've watched it for years, or the reserves, the 23s now. It's nowhere near the standard of when you're playing in the league. But I counted that if Troy Parrott got in the Spurs side and he was playing really well and scoring goals, or Aaron Connolly gets in the Bright side and playing really well and scoring goals, they've got to be in contention for my squad. And that's just what's happened. And Saturday convinced me he should be in.
You also have a smile back on your face, and I suppose the last job towards the end of Ipswich, that smile wasn't there. It was probably more so a frown. Are you enjoying this more than you thought, Mick?
Oh, the last job I was seeing my contract out. I mean, I wasn't going to walk away from it. I'm no chance would I walk away from it. And left them in 12th place when I left, in a really good position, to be quite honest. And you know what, for most of the time, 90% of that job, I loved it, and the place where I was, and people who worked with me. So it kind of gets distorted slightly, that, about what was on at Ipswich. But this job, oh no, I'm absolutely blessed to have got this again. Humbled, proud. It's been rumoured a few times since I left 17 years ago that I might get it again. Never materialised. I was in work or somebody else got it, or it was never there and I was just another name that got a mention. But to have got it back, I'm absolutely thrilled and loving every minute of it. I was asked the other day in a question and answer, is there anything you don't like about the job? Not one thing. Not a thing. I love all of it.
I know it's written on paper, but it's going to be hard to get this job back, isn't it?
That's what it is. That's just what it is. And Stephen's doing a great job with the 21s. And if I'd nicked one of his best players, unfortunately for him, but he's preparing his next squad, I guess. And good luck to him. He's doing great. So they've got some important games this week as well. But that's what I've agreed to. No problem at all.
2 points ahead this stage in the group. Have this group of players exceeded your expectations?
I guess if we come away and we're unbeaten the next two games, then that might be the case. I didn't. Expectations. I looked at all the players that we got. I thought we got a good squad if we could get them all, depending on who's fit, and we get them all in. And there's a great spirit amongst them. And I just feel always with any Irish team that I've been involved with, playing or managing, if you can get more out of it than the sum of its parts, which I think, we've done it in the past, and maybe we're doing it again. And if we can continue to do it, then we might have a happy ending to this.
What's Mick McCarthy like in these weeks, or in the weeks leading up to two big games like this? Are you up at 3 a.m. scribbling down on bits of paper team formations? Are you looking at videos, or are you sleeping like a baby?
Well, you're sat talking to me. I'm pretty relaxed. I'm not too edgy. It's second time round. I'll get the nerves before the games on Saturday and on Tuesday. I always do, and I hope I do, because if I ever get that I'm not nervous, I don't know whether that being that I don't care or that I'm too blasé about it. Well, I'm never blasé, because once you become blasé, you're going to get slapped. We're thorough. That's what we are. We'll go through all the stuff we have to go through on the pitch and off the pitch, and we'll be well prepared. See how we get on.
I know you're only focused on, I was going to say these two games, you're probably going to say you're only focused on Georgia this weekend, but in the overall context and the fact that 3 games are taking place in Dublin, is there extra pressure on to qualify for this tournament on the basis that we don't know when there'll be a tournament taking place here again?
Yeah, of course there is, with people's expectations, but I'm not.
Are you feeling it?
I'm not living with everybody's expectations. I'm feeling pressure for to get results, to put a good team out, to put good performances on, to make sure that we've done everything to make sure that those performances happen and that we can win. And that's all I can do. The fact that there are games here in Dublin, if we qualify or don't qualify, that adds more pressure, but it's not concerning me, that.
If I have an envelope here with 4 points in it, and I give it to you now and say you don't have to go to the BC, you don't have to go to Switzerland, you can take the envelope and go home, deal or no deal, do you take the 4 points or do you take your chances in the 2 games?
Oh, I'd take the 4 points. I strike that as a ridiculous question, that. If anybody offered me 4 points, 2 points from 2 away games, so you know, average of 2 points from each from away. Absolutely.
Do you take 2 points then?
Denmark have just gone to Georgia and drawn. I'm not. Don't be battering me down now. You've just offered me 4 and then you suddenly want me to take 2. 4 points from these 2 games, absolutely. It wouldn't be a hand-out snatch off, you'd lose your arm.
Is this your toughest week as Ireland manager, do you think? In terms of the 2 fixtures, 2 away fixtures, where we are in the campaign?
Well, it is since December. Absolutely. If you're counting the first one, probably not.
Well, listen, finally, what happens, Mick McCarthy, after Euro 2020? More management? You keep on going?
Absolutely. I think already that the profile of this job is sort of, you know, there's jobs coming up in the league and my name's been mooted, which is nonsense, by the way, because my only concern is the games here. But it just shows you, when I've come to this high-profile job, we've been doing well, the lads are playing good, we've got a good team spirit, we've got some good results. All of a sudden, you're back in the frame for other things. So when this is finished, and please God it's July 2020, I'll be looking for another job. Hopefully somebody will be offering me one rather than I'll be looking for one.
I'd leave the phone on, Mick. So you're looking forward to the day-to-day again, because I know that's the part you enjoy most, day-to-day, back to club management.
I love them both. When I'm doing this job, I don't crave going back to day-to-day.
Are they different animals?
Of course they are. Yeah. But you're still managing players, but they are your players. I get these, they're on loan to me for 5-10 days. On the other side of it, you've got them every single day, you're dealing with them on a daily basis. But I love them both, but I'm enjoying this at the moment, so I'll concentrate on this one.
You're up for this week, aren't you?
Absolutely, yeah.